Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about how to properly condition your glove. I'm sure you've heard the expression, if you take care of your glove, it will take care of you, and that is certainly the case. Now, taking care of your glove really means two things. It means properly conditioning your glove and properly storing it. So this video is obviously going to talk about conditioning, but I want to reiterate how important storage is. All this hard work we're about to do will be for nothing if you just throw your glove in the bottom of your bag or leave it in the trunk of your car, let it get squished. You want to be sure to condition your glove, but also please store it correctly and take care of your glove. So let's get into the conditioning process right now. So first off, we're going to need a glove. Now this glove is really nice. It's basically brand new. It was just broken in as part of our Baseball Monkey break-in service. So what we're going to do now is just condition it to be sure that whoever gets this glove, it is properly taken care of. So this is going to be a really nice glove. We won't really have any major conditioning areas to really focus on, but this will just be a great baseline. And if your glove needs a little bit more love than this one, you can just repeat the process again. But overall, super nice. Just to give a quick shout out to our break-in, this is a youth glove, and you can see I can squeeze it here with 2 fingers. So if you want your glove properly broken in and properly conditioned, definitely be sure to give it a shout. But besides this, what we're gonna need is a conditioner. We're gonna use Ball Players Balm. This is their Pro Glove Conditioner. Now, if you need help deciding for a conditioner for your glove, we have a whole video dedicated just to that. It'll help you pick out the one that's right for you. But in this case, we're gonna be using this one, and this is gonna be a balm. We're also gonna need some rags. I'm a big fan of the 2-rag method. So we have 2 rags here. Now, one's gonna be used for applying the conditioner and one's gonna be used to buff it. Don't worry, I'll explain all of that later. But these are just basically chopped up bits of t-shirt. They're just t-shirt rags. You could use, washcloth rags. You could use like microfiber, polishing rags. Really anything you have on hand. I like to use 2, and I'll explain why. So now that we have everything, let's get going. So let's get started conditioning this glove. We're gonna take our conditioning rag, very important to keep them separate. So this one will be for conditioning. We're gonna apply it directly into the conditioner. Now, if you have a cream or like a gel that you need to pour it directly on your rag, that's fine, but apply it to the rag. And then I like to start in the pocket of the glove, just because that's normally the spot that needs the most conditioning, it sees the most abuse. So take our rag with the conditioner, and we're just going to apply it onto the leather in kind of small circles here. And be sure to try to apply an even coat. You can watch the leather change color to see where you've applied the conditioner, and try to apply an even coat throughout all of the leather. Now, as a top trick, I like to use a white rag because it'll let you see bleed very easily. You can see here some of the color of the leather has actually bled onto the rag, which is helpful because if this was like a 2-tone light colored glove, maybe a light gray or even a white, we wouldn't want to apply that bleed onto the leather. So definitely every time you're gonna go and dip the rag into the conditioner, try to move the rag and get you a nice clean spot, especially when changing colors on the glove, and that'll prevent any sort of bleed from one color onto the next. So as we do the back of the glove, it can be very tempting to just do a big scoop of the conditioner and just glob it on and kind of rub it around, but take your time. Really try to incorporate rubbing the conditioner very evenly onto the glove, being sure you get all different areas, and try to get in between all the different kind of facets of the glove to be sure you apply an even coat. So now that we have an even layer of conditioner on our glove, we're going to put our conditioning rag aside and pick up our buffing rags. This will be a clean rag, and you're going to use this to buff the leather to remove any extra conditioner from the glove. You want the glove, the leather to soak up the conditioner, but you don't want to have extra conditioner just sitting on top of it, weighing it down, making it soggy. That extra conditioner can actually attract dirt and be actually detrimental to the health of the glove. So once we get a nice layer on and it kind of soaks in, just kind of buff the glove, circular motions just as you did before, to remove any of that extra conditioner, and be sure to take any of that weight or any of that residue off of the glove. A couple of areas to look at when buffing the glove would be up here on the top where the laces are. They can often get kind of gummed up with extra conditioner. Also here in the fingers, kind of in between, they can get kind of gummed up with extra conditioner as we applied it. And then also here in the palm on these raised laces down here, they can get gummed up kind of underneath with conditioner. So as you're buffing the glove, just pay attention to those areas and try to remove any extra pockets of conditioner, because that can quickly be a hot spot for dirt just to sit in the glove. Okay, our conditioning is almost done with this glove. Just 2 extra steps if you want to take them. The first is to look at the laces. Now, if you want, you can condition your laces, just a personal preference thing. Some people don't like it. I think it looks a little bit better when they're not kind of all crusty and they're nice and soft. The best way I found to condition the laces is just to use your fingers. Just go in a little bit, get a little bit on the fingers, and just kind of massage the laces to apply a very slight coat of conditioner. Just helps keep them soft, kind of prevent breaking. Or you can go through if you have a particular kind of long lace or any of these laces for the web. Just be sure not to over apply. And then also the inside of the glove. This is a big personal preference thing. Some people love to do it. Some people do not like conditioner in the actual insides of the glove. I tend to, because it just helps kind of keep that palm liner in good shape. As you sweat, dirt can get up in there and sit on that palm liner and crack and dry it out. The best way I found is to use just your hands. Get a little bit of conditioner on the hands, almost like you're applying like a thin layer of hand lotion, and then just wear your glove. Kind of massage it into the palm lining. Make sure to get up in the finger stalls, down here on the palm, in the wrist area. It'll just help keep that palm liner in good shape. But like I said, big personal preference thing. If it's for you, then give it a try. If it's not, no worries, but just something to consider. So this glove is now properly conditioned. So like I was saying, this is basically a brand new glove. This is just a finishing service to help keep that break in and help protect the glove out on the field. So if your glove needs a little bit more love than this one, be sure to let it dry first before applying conditioner, because you won't get a very accurate look as the glove is still kind of wet with the conditioner. So let it dry completely. And then if you need more conditioner in specific areas, then apply it with the same methods to those areas. Now, how often should you condition your glove? It's going to depend on a lot of different factors. How much use your glove sees, the kind of weather factors that you're playing. If you're playing in a really hot environment that dries out the weather. If it rains a lot and your glove gets wet and then dries out, that may be a great time to condition it. So it really depends. Gloves, as a very baseline kind of spot to go off of, should be conditioned like once a season. If you need more, maybe you're a catcher and your glove sees a lot of abuse and you want to be sure to keep that weather in good shape, that might be an opportunity. But I can't give you like a strict schedule on when you condition it. You really just have to look after your glove, and it'll let you know when it needs some conditioner. So with that, hope you find the video helpful. If you have any questions about conditioning gloves or what products to grab, definitely be sure to drop them in the comments. If you want to check out a glove on Baseball Monkey, whether it's getting your glove relaced, getting it broken in, or you want to shop for a brand new glove, or even conditioning products, we got it all. Check out Monkey Sports or visit the website in the description. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.